Uganda is set to take a bold step in transforming its education sector with the launch of the Early Childhood Care and Education ECCE policy. Officially unveiled tomorrow at Nakivubo Blue Primary School under the theme Strong Beginnings, Strong Future. The policy will streamline pre-primary education by settling standards, improving supervision, and ensuring quality learning for young children. Ahead of the official launch, the Minister of Education and Sports today organized an ECCE walk through the streets of Kampala. The walk attracted education officials, teachers, development partners, parents and civil society actors all united in one message: invest in children early. Organizers say the public awareness drive was meant to highlight the importance of early childhood education and mobilize support for the new policy. They argue that investment in young children lays the foundation for healthier families, better school performance and stronger national development. State Minister for Primary Education Honorable Joyce Moriko Kaduchu says the new policy will strengthen nursery school administration through clear standards and professional training of caregivers and teachers. She says this will help improve quality, consistency and fairness in early childhood learning across Uganda.
This is a policy that is put in place to coordinate, to have a very structural way of running nursery schools. And this is a policy that is going to inform all implementing partners in the field of nursery that we are here to start a journey, a structured, well-coordinated journey. A journey where we start a nursery from 3 years of age, just like this young boy, up to 6 years. Then from 6 years we go to primary.
The minister adds that government wants nursery education to move beyond informal structures and become a properly managed part of the national education system. She says the Minister of Education will now have great authority over the supervision and regulation of nursery schools nationwide.
We've never had a policy before of how we run our nursery schools, much as it is a privately run by the private owners, but the ministry remains 100% in charge. We are in control. We have to offer directive. We have to offer roadmap. What are the critical things to teach for these children? We are saying we do not want a lot of education, academic teaching. It is a play matter. It is a social education, social etiquette.
According to the minister, stronger oversight will improve accountability, child safety, and service delivery in the sector. She also reaffirmed the government is directive barring schools from operating their care centers, insisting that child care services must be properly regulated under the ministry's mandate.
We are telling the country, daycare centers are not part of nursery schools. Daycare centers from 0 to 3 years, these are centers which should not be within the premises of nursery and primary schools. These are centers which are to be within the premises of workplaces. They are to be in the markets, in other institutions where mothers who are working are offered a place for their babies to stay as they work.
Stakeholders in the early childhood sector have welcomed the move, describing it as long overdue. Vice Chairperson of the Network for Early Childhood Development Actors in Uganda, Joseph Kabanda, says the policy demonstrates Uganda's growing commitment to prioritizing children during their most formative years.
Previously, each one of us has been operating around ECD but doing it maybe differently. There was no clear guidance on how the learning spaces should look like, concerning teacher training, concerning registration, concerning management committees.
Kabanda says the framework will help strengthen systems for learning, protection, nutrition and care, ensuring children are prepared not only for school, but for life.
It is going to improve coordination. It is going to improve data, because it is going to help us to ensure that everyone working around ECD has their data into the EMIS, which is managed by the government of Uganda. So we shall have data about every ECD center in this country.
Uganda, like many developing countries, continues to face challenges in access, affordability and quality of nursery education. Many early learning centers operate without enough trained staff, proper learning materials, or consistent standards. Experts believe the ECCE policy could help bridge those gaps if fully implemented and adequately funded. As Uganda moves to reform education from the foundation level, the access of this policy will depend not only on regulation, but on investment in teachers, infrastructure and child-centered learning. For now, hopes remain high that the country's youngest learners will finally get the strong beginning they deserve. John Baptista Honza, Church of Uganda, Family TV News at 8.